So, guys, we're gonna get into interview with our man Jameson right here. Um, let's talk about. We know you have one more year with the Big Red. Um, talk about your future plans because I know you've made a lot of connections already. Listen, I'm working in Inglewood. I'm staring at the NFL Network home offices. It is a humongous building.
Yes.
Like it is huge. There's probably a lot of terrific jobs, but do you have aspirations of NFL, CFL? I don't know what the other fucking leagues are.
UFL.
USFL.
Yeah,
right?
whatever. But what are your plans after this year?
So my focus right now is having the best senior season I can have for myself and Cornell. Hopefully we can win an Ivy League championship, which would be the first one in 34 years now. We haven't won
Really?
since 1990.
You
So
guys been too focused on wrestling this whole
I
time.
guess so. It's wrestling and lacrosse, So bringing that back would be a great great achievement for not
Hell
only me
yes.
but for the university. And then I want to put my all into playing at the next level, whether that's the NFL, the CFL, the UFL. That's what my focus is on. I started working out with Jordan Palmer this summer.
The quarterback whisperer.
Quarterback
so
guru.
I threw with Jalen Milrow, Cade Klubnik.
Really?
Damn.
Hold on.
And
Hold on.
it's just trying to been sharpening my skills and my mechanics going into my last season. So for me, it's just being able to be the most accurate passer, getting the ball to my guys, and in an efficient manner. So just fine tuning little details that can really take my game to the next level.
Well, you just sidetracked
Damn.
me. You had me at Milrow. I got to know. I mean, listen. I know I can't. You're not going to give the skinny on him, but I mean, how does he look? Is he first of all, is he a monster?
Yes, he just stands out. He's ripped. He's just built different.
Yeah,
and he can rip it. Like seeing him throw in person, he was spinning the ball. And everyone looks at Jalen Milrow as just the runner that can make the throws that was needed for Alabama, but that dude could really rip it. And he earned my respect when I was on the field with him.
Nice.
That's badass.
So,
and he has a great, coach, offensive. Alabama has not been known for their offense. Let's be honest. I think this coach from Washington is very offensive, quarterback friendly.
Yes.
So that's very interesting. Very, very interesting. So, like, what are the workouts? Is it a 2-hour workout, 2 days? Jordan Palmer, man, that to even get in to be with those group of guys has to be. I'm sure every rich father on the planet wants to send their 9-year-old, and how is it to be training with them?
Yeah, no, it's a blessing, for me, like I said, just mechanically, I have some deficiencies right now that throughout the summer it's been getting better. I've been fixing the things that I need to fix, and they're like 3-hour throwing sessions. I drive all the way down to Orange County. Jay Sarah, we throw out Jay Sarah.
Oh, yes.
And
Trinity.
it's a lot applicable in other sports too. Really throwing the football is a science that, like, there's no correct answer, more powerful throw. So for me, it's loading into my glute more when I throw.
Like when I see you throw the ball, you have a quick release already.
Yes.
It already seems quick.
Yes.
So is it something about accuracy, pointing a certain way?
It's my lower body. I've been playing quarterback since I was 4.
Yeah.
And I've thrown the ball. I've never really had like a real quarterback coach to really fix my mechanics. So I've been throwing the ball a certain way ever since I was 4 years old.
Yeah.
So it's breaking those old habits into something that I've never done before. But it's a feel thing. So the term that we use is like, Jordan's not going to tell me how to throw the ball, right?
Yeah.
He's like, you need to feel certain movements. And once you feel those, you can correct yourself. If it doesn't feel right, and the ball sails a little high, hey, maybe this happened and you need to fix this. It's all feel based. It's not like his two biggest clients are Joe Burrow and Josh Allen. He's like, I'm not going to tell you to throw the ball like Joe Burrow. Like,
Yeah.
I just can't tell you do that because everyone throws the ball differently. It's how you feel these certain movements, and you'll see the ball, you'll see the velocity, you'll see the spin on the ball, and if you're doing those things right, the result's going to be way better than what
It makes a lot of sense what you're saying, because I mean, you look at a ton of successful quarterbacks, they don't all have the same throwing motion.
Exactly.
But yet they have a ton of success.
Exactly.
So, man, Jordan Palmer, man.
But that's crazy to not have had a real QB coach, and to get where you've gotten with just raw talent. Imagine that jump you're gonna make with one of the best coaches for quarterbacks of all time. Like, you can only go so much higher.
Another level. Speaking about that, you said you have a new coach, new offensive system. Is the verbiage completely different? Is everything just like
complete 180?
Really?
So the last 2 years was a huddle system, read off the wristband like in the NFL.
Yeah.
This is college football at its finest. No huddle, all signals, try and run as many plays as fast as possible. So complete switch up. I think for the last 2-3 years, we've controlled time of possession in the Ivy League. We'd hold the ball for like 38-40 minutes a game, but not score. So that was our issue. We'd hold the ball for 40 minutes and put up 14 or 20 points, which is not going to win college football games. So complete opposite now. We're trying to get up and line up on the ball as fast as possible, and we're trying to score every play. So
I love it. I love it. So as far as the team, is there a bunch of returning seniors? Is there talent? Is there all Ivy League? Are you surrounded by some weapons?
Yes. Offensively, most of the lines returning. We lost 2 starters on the line, so 60% of the line's coming back. Receivers are we lost 1 receiver, but everyone played last year, so a lot of experience coming back at the receiver room. But young kids, sophomores and juniors, that's our receiver room right now. So they have experience, but I think they're going to take that to the next level this year.
Have you played against Mahomes' brother? A lot of people don't know about Mahomes' brother, who plays receiver and is a big kid. I feel like he's taller than
he just transferred to Rice, but
that's right.
He was a good player. He made Brown really throws the ball. They spin it like they throw the ball 50 times a game. So they get their guys the ball, and he was one of those guys. So
very cool.
He had some success in the Ivy League. So
very cool. Let me ask you this: when is the last time you've taken snap under center?
Well, in the offense that we had, I was under center. We were we were under center, play action, run game. So I was very comfortable under center for last year. This year, nothing's under center. We're all guns. So a little switch up, but that's probably I feel more comfortable in the gun. You know, I get not being as tall. You know, you get to stand back and see the defense more. Under center, it's hard to see. You know, if you're dropping back under center, you got 6'7" tackles, 6'5" guards.
Even in the Ivy League,
no, for sure. So it's tough to see. So, but being in the gun's comfortable for me. Just for me, being back 5 yards and being able to see the field better and know that I can use my legs more.
Is there any records that you're knocking on the door? Like, is there any? I know we all know that you hold most rushing touchdowns at Cornell. Is there anything that you see that are attainable? Like, do you have? What are your goals? Yardage, or you don't have to say it, but I mean, I know you're focused on this season. But is there any like standout numbers that you're trying to do in this offense and your final year at Cornell?
Yeah. I don't really set out to chase records. I feel like that kind of happens more naturally if you're on the right track. So my goal is to become the first quarterback to win a Cornell Ivy League title.
So you're not petty like me. Yeah, I would totally be chasing records.
You know, so that's what I'm chasing. I'm chasing.
What a horrible question, I guess. That really shows the soul, the depth into who I am. I just want to put my name on every freaking board. And do that.
No,
that makes sense.
Yeah, I want to win a ring. You know, I didn't win a CIF ring, so I was a little jealous about that. But for me, this is my last year to win an Ivy League ring, and I think for Cornell that would mean a lot. You know, 34 years, that's a big drought.
That is
since the 90s. You know, so That for me, that's what I'm chasing.
I was gonna be like, that's the 60s, right? The 90s. Holy shit.
So yeah, that's what I'm chasing. Yardage wise, for me, it's being efficient in the pass game.
Yeah.
You know, not turning the ball over, getting the guys the ball, being able to lead them. Like if you put it right on them on the run, like they have to stop for a little. So letting them catch it on the run, just those little details, I think it goes a long way. So for me, it's just, I think my biggest stat that I'm chasing for is 70% completion percentage. You know, having that number, it's showing that you're accurate with the ball and you're making good reads. So with that being said, I think those are the two things I'm chasing for: is winning every game I play in, so we can win the Ivy League title, and then a 70% completion percentage.
Good answer. Good answer. God, man, it seems like you've done this before. So let me ask you this. Media trained. So let me ask you this. You talked about CIF, not winning CIF. How far did you go? I know you started at Harvard Westlake.
So I played in 4 playoff games.
Okay.
1 each year, 0-4.
Oof.
It was tough. So my first year, we played Calabasas with Darnay Holmes,
UCLA.
Tristan Jebbia, Buki.
44, safety. I can't remember his name from Calabasas.
Boogie,
Yeah.
Boogie, yeah.
Oh,
he was there.
Yeah.
I remember that guy. He was a
dog, and
I thought he was gonna go league, bro.
Yeah, no.
Dude, me too.
I was like,
He was a dog in high
It was a
yeah,
crazy
he
team.
did go league, but he didn't like.
Darnay's still with
He
the
went
Giants.
to the Bengals.
Darnay's
He's
in-
a
coach
great.
now.
He went to the Bengals, I think the Falcons, and now he's coaching at
USC.
Whatever.
I think
yeah.
he's at USC.
He's at USC.
Right? Yeah,
Nice.
He's like a
Nice.
defensive quarterly.
So that was the first year.
So
second
first year, second year, who we play? I'm trying to think. Oh, we go St. Joseph's up in
Played at sister school.
Damn, that's
Hey.
y'all ass wood.
That fullback icebox. She was no joke.
it was like we went all the way out to San Luis Obispo. It was a trek.
Oh shit!
It was far. Lost by 5 points because we couldn't make PAT. So we kept going for 2 and we just couldn't get them. So
That's
it
a
was,
sting.
Did they get a safety?
it was 49-44.
That's
and it was-
Harvard Westlake has to
Yeah.
pull a freaking soccer. Come on, man. Go to the soccer team, man.
Then we
Yeah,
go
seriously.
junior year. We played Palos Verdes, who was pretty good. We just
I think they won it that year.
Yeah,
Like,
it was
I think
D5.
they took it all the way that year.
we couldn't compete with them.
Yeah.
And then Oaks Christian, we go to Upland, play Justin Flo.
Oh,
shit.
my God. Tell me he didn't like toss you like the Hulk
Yes.
in that.
Luckily,
I mean, he was doing shit like that
No, it was-
to kids.
It was scary. Like going into that game, it was scary. Like our coach was trying to like downplay. He's like, Justin Flo, who? I'm like, nah, man.
No,
Like,
the fucking Ultimate Warrior is fucking 3 yards from me on the other side of the fucking ball.
Yeah.
Dude.
I played with Justin Flo since we were kids. We played Pop Warner for Snoop Dogg's team. He has always been that big. Like as kids, he was always 3 to 4 inches. We called him Baby Man. Was his name. We didn't call him Justin. We called him Baby Man. But that dude has always been like 3 to 4 inches taller and just muscular. I don't know what they fed him.
In a high school jersey. Like I feel like at 13 years old, he rolled up in a 64 Impala, the green one. Did the top
literally.
down, just like tras like that.
212s in the back.
Yeah.
That fool was big in high school, bro. I was like,
No,
Is he
he's huge.
playing still?
Yeah, he's
At
at
Oregon.
Arizona.
Yeah.
U of A.
Oh, he went
right.
to went to Oregon, then
Yeah.
went to U of A.
That's right.
Good luck to every Big 12 quarterback. Jesus.
Dude.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope I'm rooting for him. Guy was like one of those all-time high school defensive players
For
that
sure.
I've ever seen.
That's
Yeah, no, it was a. He
had a little bit of a tough draw there. You're in
Yeah.
the pool of death in high school.
There's
Yeah,
let me ask you
so-
a question. Who was the best high school football player you've ever gone against?
Yeah, so there was a stretch. The Calabasas team, my senior year, was really good. It was Johnny Wilson and Jermaine Burton. Those two guys.
We tapped that ass. We tapped that ass. 49-0.
But hey, those two, they just didn't have anything inside, you know. So but I would say Justin Flo. Justin Flo was hands down best player I played in high school.
I remember Johnny Wilson in high school.
Ridiculous.
Dog.
I mean,
That's the crazy thing.
6'7".
Yeah.
That's the crazy
6'7".
thing. I mean, Calabasas was historically for like 20 years
Terrible.
horrible, and then the Clausens went there, right?
Clausens.
Yep.
And they started.
They went to Oaks too.
They were the first one was to Alamany. Alamany was upset because they got too good, and the dad was like bringing everybody. We got to get rid of this guy. and they sucked for a long time. And then they went to Calabasas and they turned that program into just something ridiculous.
And I have one more question to ask you. What is your best high school football moment? Like, what is your best high school? What was the most amazing thing you've experienced?
That's a
He
tough
hasn't
question.
peaked yet. That's a good thing. He hasn't peaked yet.
You went on 4. I mean, shit. Like,
Yeah.
what do you want
I can go Al Bundy and
I've seen highlights. There's some moments.
No,
There has to be
for
a couple.
sure. I think for me it was this may not seem like a big moment, but so my sophomore year we played Birmingham.
The Patriots.
The Patriots.
Sweet ass uniforms.
Yeah.
Down 4 with 1 minute and 30 seconds left. And me and my best friends to this day, Thomas Glover and Cam Jones, led a game-winning drive and scored at the horn to beat Birmingham.
That's badass.
That's a good feeling, you know, leading a game-winning drive and then winning on the last play of the game.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard to do that. So that was probably one of the best high school moments I had. Because at Oaks, like, we were never in, like, close enough games for me to have, like, a defining game.
Yeah.
It was either we
You
won
beat the shit out
or
of
we
everybody.
lost.
Yeah.
So for me, it was at Harvard Westlake with that. And those guys from Harvard Westlake are my best friends to this day.
Yeah.
So
That's
special.
cool.
That's good because they're all going to be billionaires pretty soon.
I have a question. What does an average college play call sound like?
Oh, it depends.
Like I've always wondered.
Well, we all know what
it
Cam
sounded
Newton was. 24 to left.
So we had, and with the wristband, it was way more complex. So it'd be like tray rip squeeze, Z laser, 422, Z post, X climb.
like. See, like, how
go,
the
go.
fuck? I don't understand how, like, you hear that and, like, okay, I know what that means. Like, what?
You
That's
just keep
insane.
practicing. So I mean that's one of the longer calls. But now with the no huddle, it's
much shorter.
It's way shorter. So it's like trips right, 5 frog. There you go.
Oh
Yeah.
shit!
So it's more Madden calls.
Yeah,
Yeah, you understand?
It's super easy. Now,
And is
so-
it a check?
four
Is it a check with me system? Or are they changing the play? Or
Yeah, so we could get it up, we could freeze it, like, hey, so go, and then we'll look back. We'll either stick with the same play or all right, here's something else, you know, based on what the defense lines up in. But no, with the wristband, there was so much verbiage, and we didn't do a good job of like condensing the verbiage. So we just started tagging everything, like everyone had their own route. And
Did you ever forget like a play call, like with the long ones?
Well, the good thing is I was able to look back at it.
Oh.
I felt bad for the other guys because the other guys, they hear it once or twice and they just got to go out and run it.
Like, line up like
Well, they just gotta hear their section of the
No,
call,
literally.
right? Yeah.
So like the line all in that play, all they need to know is 422. That's the protection, right? The Z post. All right, cool. X climb. That's it. But for me, I have to know.
it's everything. It's
Yeah.
everyone's
everything.
responsibility.
So-
That's fucking crazy. I'll be terrible.
that's why you didn't go to Cornell.
Time out!
What happened out there? I forgot.
Yeah.
I didn't retain anything. So no, that's freaking awesome, man.
But going back to your question, I have a better college moment. So this year we played Yale at Yale. At the Yale Bowl, underdogs. Like it was bad. Like
Allegedly.
Yeah, no,
it was. Bad.
You heard
So
about that after the game.
Yeah.
there's no lines. Like if it would be the worst weather in September, it was supposed to be 13 inches of rain, which is like way more than snow. It was supposed to be like
crazy. 13 inches
Yeah.
of rain.
and then it was like 40-mile-per-hour winds, and that's like a quarterback's worst nightmare. Like I'm in the hotel, just like,
What are we gonna
are
do?
we even gonna throw the ball
You
tomorrow?
look like the fisherman in yellow freaking like in a canoe going to the freaking game. That's
Exactly.
crazy. We get 2 inches in LA and we're flooded.
So I'm like scared, and I'm just sitting in the hotel room. I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna do tomorrow. I'm like, I'm just hoping I throw for 50 yards and get out safe. You know, that's what I'm thinking. So we show up to the stadium and it's drizzling, but I'm like, all right, this isn't that bad. And we get into the game and it's barely raining. Like, and I'm like, wow, okay, this
All right.
is cool. So we go we start off tough. My first possession is they pin us down on the 1, and I'm 1st and 10 from the 1 yard line trying to get out. We run QB sneak 2 plays in a row, so that series ended. So we go into halftime 14-3, and I'm like, I'm not trying to lose these guys. Like they just won the Ivy League championship last year. I'm like, for us, this is our biggest game. Like we have to win this. We come out and score on every possession in the second half. We end up winning 23-20, 23-21 on a game-winning field goal that hit with time expiring. So we led a –
That's crazy.
We had the ball 21-20 with a minute left on the 25 going out. And we were able to move the ball down easily and kick a game-winning field goal. And it was still raining. Conditions wasn't perfect. And for me, that was my best college moment, leading a game-winning drive like that. Because if that field goal doesn't go in, we lose that game.
That's pretty freaking amazing. That is amazing.
Yeah, that's pretty tough. That's dope as well. 20-point underdogs too.
Where are you, like, as far as quarterbacks in the Ivy League? Is there a bunch of guys coming back? Are you have seniority?
There's me and 2 other guys, one quarterback at Brown and one quarterback at Penn, who are probably the most respectable quarterbacks right now in the Ivy League. A bunch of other guys graduated. They were seniors last year, so a lot of new guys are coming in to try and prove themselves. But the Brown quarterback, and the Penn quarterback are probably the most established.
Nice.
And we've all played pretty relatively young, freshman and sophomore year. So we've been like the leaders of the team for the past 4 years.
Man, we're so excited for this football season. We're so excited to see you Friday nights, man. Friday nights, ESPN. I mean,
who's your rival team? I don't know.
Yeah, it's confusing. We say Penn and Columbia because of New York. We're the 2 Ivies in New York, and then there's a long history of Cornell and Penn going at it. So
who's your rival team? Like what team that you just
Princeton.
don't want to lose to?
I hate Princeton.
Yes, who doesn't hate Princeton?
There's something like I've had awful games against Princeton, and I've had enough. I've had enough. So
let's go.
They're the team on this year that's on my list.
I'm locked in on that game for sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
So my Princeton story is not last year, but the year. So 2 years ago at Princeton, 5 interceptions.
Oof.
Tough game. But the crazy part, 73% completion percentage. So
damn.
Wait, what the fuck?
So the 5 incompletions were completions to the defense.
Team. It was literally.
So really,
it didn't make sense.
You didn't have a drop pass.
I didn't have a drop pass. It was literally. I didn't have a drop pass.
That's great.
But it was just embarrassing because I'm like, it was very frustrating at the time because you're like, how do I get out of this? Like you're moving the ball fine. You get to a certain part of the field and there goes the drive. And it's just frustrating as a quarterback. But now, my senior year, I get to go back to this place and kind of
revenge.
Redemption story.
Big redemption story.
I love it, man.
So,
that's badass.
I love it. Well, do we have any other questions for this top G right here?
I think that's a great way to end it.
Yeah, it's a great story, man.
Fuck Princeton.
And yeah,